Hey angels, and welcome back to TouchedByTyHairCo. It's your girl Ty. We are back with another Makeup Monday, Valentine's Day edition. Okay, and I'm so happy you came back. Oh my God, I'm so happy you came back. Here, it doesn't matter how you feel, God is still and always worthy to be praised. Amen. Y'all, life been lifing, but we gonna keeping on. Okay. So you're here because you want to get into this look. So let's get straight into it. Okay. We're going to start off by cleaning the client's face. Okay. Skin prep is essential. We're going to go in, moisturizing her face using the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Moisturizer. And to prime her today, I'm going in with the calamine lotion. So let's talk about this look. This look was an epic fail. Yes, it was. I'm here to let y'all know I messed up royally. This was supposed to be a heart. All right. The rhinestones were supposed to be in the shape of a heart. I don't know what they were. They turned out like a potato sack. This was my first time doing something like this. To be honest, I cannot even draw a heart on paper. So I don't know how I could put it on somebody's face. But I did my best. Okay, technique got me through this look, y'all. I messed up so bad. Like, the vision that I had in my head was so fire. And then when I went and caught myself doing it, it was like, oh my God. And I tried to fix it up as much as I could. This was my first time ever doing something this elaborate, this artistic. Y'all know, I told y'all, I'm branching out. I want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to do a lot more exotic glams, okay? And this was one. And it was the last look in my Valentine's Day inspiration little series that I caught myself doing this year. I'm just trying to be more active and festive, especially in my artistry and in business, right? Because it attracts people. So, yeah. I did not want to give y'all this, but my client that's sitting in my chair, she is a very familiar face here on this channel. She was like, put it out. And I was like, you know what, you're right. She was like, you know, it still came out beautiful. I don't know about that, but she liked it. And that's all that mattered. And just wanting to give you guys raw, you know, I'm only 1 year into makeup artistry. I am only 1 year into this art, and you're going to make mistakes, you know, and you just keep going. You keep showing up and you keep growing. Okay. So, I hope that you're I know you're listening to me, but you're following along in this video. To shape out her brows, I went in with the Morphe Brow Definer Pencil in the shade Java. I used the clear lash glue to set her brows into place. To set one brow into place. For the other one, I'm using the NYX gel. And then I went on top of that. This would be her right, our left. Okay, so if you're looking at the screen, your left. I went on top of that brow with some Morphe transparent powder. So you basically want to make the brow disappear. I did not have everything that I really needed for this look, so I had to use what I had. Normally, I would have used Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue is really good with keeping the brow hairs in place, and it also acts as a transparent shield. Okay, I don't know what it is about that glue. It's white, and it like makes it really helps with causing the eyebrows to disappear. And then naturally, you're gonna go on top of that with a transparent white powder. So yeah, that's what I did, and I used the clear lash glue to do it. But Elmer's glue would have yielded a much better results. For her opposite eye, which is her right, her left. Looking at the screen, the one that I'm doing currently, I go in and I'm just cleaning up, shaping out her brow on the bottom and the top with the Mika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 0. I believe this was 03, and I use that for the bottom and top of her brow. Now, y'all, this is when I call myself drawing on this heart. Now, get the kick. This is why you don't question yourself. You're going to see me do something here in this video, okay? The very first time that I drew the heart, that's the one that I should have kept. But looking at it, I thought that I drew it too wide. And you can see here, me and her kind of discussing what to use to go in to trace out the heart. And I felt like this pink Nika K frosted eyeliner would have been the best to start. So here you see me going in. I'm drawing this heart out. This is the heart that I should have kept. But I don't know what I was thinking, or I don't know. Maybe I felt like it was too tight. It was too small. But that would have been a little bit better than this oval circle that I drew next. Lord have mercy. So I use a makeup wipe, I wipe it off, I let it dry, and then I go back in and I'm widening that heart. I don't know why I did that. It was so bad. That looked so bad. Oh my God. But anyway, I really did not know what I was doing. Okay, this is something that I envisioned and I wanted to create it. So I'm going in and I am winging this thing. Okay, so to start this look off, we're going in with the Profusion Cosmetics Spectrum palette, and I'm using the darkest pink palette with a flat eyeliner brush, and I am mattifying that pink liner that I placed, that I just got finished drawing on her face. So I'm kind of diffusing that and just bringing it in. This heart, my goal was for it to transition from a deeper, darker pink into like a light pink, purplish look at the eye. Like, I made that tail way too long. Y'all, it was a mess. So now I'm going in with this Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 04. As I'm working, I realized that I did not conceal the brow, which is something that I should have done prior to placing the powder on. So I learned a lot in this look, okay? So if you want to recreate this, the correct steps would be, once you use the Elmer's glue on that brow, you want to go in and then you want to conceal it, okay? And then you want to use the translucent or transparent powder on top to set it. And that's gonna give you max coverage. As you can see, I use powder and the powder's bleeding. It was just a mess, okay? Not only do you want to blur out or conceal the brow, you want to conceal any area that you're going to be creating a look on. It's the same as if you're putting eyeshadow on. You want a clean blank canvas, and concealer does that, or a eyeshadow base does that. And I don't know what I was thinking, but as I was going on, I tried to fix it. And then I'm going back in with the hot pink, and now I'm starting to build this transition up. Now for the transition shade, the next pink shade, I'm going in using a small eyeshadow brush, and I'm creating that next level of color. To do that, I use the Profusion Cosmetics Kaleidoscope palette. The shade from that palette was Adore Me. It's that really, really bright pink shade. It's really beautiful. Like it, oh my God, it was so gorgeous on her other eye. That color right there. And now I'm using this Ruby Kisses blending brush, and I'm going in and I placed a little bit of that pink, and now I'm just kind of fusing those colors together, blending it out, creating a very smooth transition. Her next pink is going to be from this Morphe palette, and I'm going in because I want to keep the eye bright. I'm using the lightest pink in this palette as her base shade, like her transition shade. And then I'm gonna go over top using another pink from this palette just to create that, you know, that fusion. And you just build it up to your liking, okay? I'm using a dense a dense eyeshadow brush for this. And I'm just building that coverage up. The next shade, I'm going back in with the Kaleidoscope palette, and next to the Adore Me shade, there is like this frosted pink shade. I don't know the name of it, but if you get this palette, it's the next pink over. And I'm using this to kind of frost out the top of the eye. Towards the end of the video, I do go back in and apply more. This is something that you have to build in order to see it the way that you want to. Now I'm going in back with the Morphe palette, and I'm taking that pink purple metallic color and I'm placing that on top. Again, building that shimmer up to the transparency that I like. Now for her other eye, I'm going in with the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer. I'm using this as her eyeshadow base. And I believe this concealer is in the shade 01. Let's see. Yes, it is. It's 01. The reason why I use 01 is because I wanted that pink to really pop. This would have been a good time for me to use a white shadow base as well, but I didn't have it on me this particular day. Okay, a white shadow base would have also brought out this color, but the 01 did suffice. It did a really good job because the colors came out very vibrant and beautiful on this eye. Now I'm going in, I'm setting that concealer in place using my Ruby Kisses HD transparent translucent setting powder. And now I'm going back in with this Adore Me Pink from the Profusion Kaleidoscope palette. And I'm building up this color and blending it in the shape that I want it to go in, okay? So the goal was for it to just be like this blown out pink, okay? Kind of like a cut crease, but like a blown out cut crease. Like it doesn't have a defined shape. It's just kind of like a color melt. Now I'm going in with a clean blending brush and I'm simply blending this pink out, okay, right at that brow bone because I don't want it to have a harsh line. I want it to be a smooth transition. And now I'm going back in with a flat shadow brush and I'm packing that pink on. Now, to create this inner blown out cut crease look, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige. Again, because I'm using a light pink, I want the lightest, most fairest concealers that I have because I really want this color to pop. So I go in and I place about just a very small amount on her eye, okay, where I want this to show. And then I'm going to use my flat concealer brush along with my blending brush, which is this dual-sided LA Colors brush. You can find that brush at Walmart. I love that brush. And I'm sure you can find it at lacolors.com. And I'm blending this out because I want this to be smooth. I want this to be like, I don't want a cut crease, but I do want a pop of color in the crease of her lid. So if you're looking, and it gave cut crease vibes. So if you're not good with doing a cut crease, this technique right here will get you that finish, okay? Now I'm going in, I'm blending right where that harsh line is because I don't want that. And I'm taking this flat shadow brush and I'm going in with that pink that you see from that Morphe palette, and I'm starting to build that onto the lid right where I use that concealer. Now I'm going in and I'm filling in any space or patchiness that I see. It's very important to take a step back from your work and really examine it, okay? Because you want it to be right, all right? Now I'm going in with this Kiss Colors Lash Glue, Clear Lash Glue. I like to use clear lash glue for stone or pearl placement. But you really got to know what you're doing, because once you place that stone or that pearl on that eye, it's hard to get it off. Like, it's really hard to get it off. So just take your time with this. I should have done maybe one side and then went and did the other side, but I just went on because I wanted the glue to dry. I knew that this was going to take some time, and let me tell y'all, this is going to take some time, and I didn't even do it right, okay? So this is going to take you some time. You're going to need a lot of gemstones for this. I used the biggest that I had as far as size, and I started placing them in the shape of a heart. I'm not going to do all of this on camera, but I do show you guys some of it because it was just a lot, okay? Okay. Okay, so moving right along, as you can see, I went on off camera and I placed the rest of those stones. Here is a color corrector concealer, okay? Now, I don't do this on every client, but if a client requests or a client needs a color correction, then I will perform that for the client. I use a very full coverage foundation, so it does cover up things even without a color corrector. But this particular client of mine, I've been doing her for a while. She likes a full coverage look. She does not want to see a blemish at all. Okay, so we color correct her all the time. I'm going in with a peach color corrector to balance off and cancel out any dark spots on her skin. Okay, and I'm going in and I'm blending that out. And this is prior to applying her foundation. Do y'all see that heart? Lord, that poor heart is so sad. Jesus. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm going in with my favorites, okay? My holy grail foundation, the Nika K Full Coverage Matte Foundation. I'm using these shades 5, 05, and 07 to give her a perfect 6 because that was her correct tone, okay? And I'm going in with my flat foundation brush to apply, and then I go in with my dense Morphe E63. Shut up. I'm sorry, y'all, my dogs. I go in with my dense Morphe E63 foundation brush to blend this product into the skin. Using my damp beauty blender, I always go in last for my foundation application to blur out any harsh lines. Moving right along, I'm going in for her highlight using the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 03, and this is what I will be using to build her highlight. Now I'm going in and I'm starting to build on her contour. I'm using the Nika K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 11 to start to deepen up those contour areas, bronze those contour areas to create that contrast. Now I'm going in to set her face. To set her highlighted area, I am going in with my LA Girl pressed powder in the shade Nude Beige. I'm going to use that to set all of her highlighted areas. And then to set the remaining areas on her face, I am going in with Soft Honey. I like to use a dense powder brush when setting the face. The more denser the brush, the more coverage that you get. So that's why you want to use a dense brush when applying certain products to the skin. To build on her contour, bronze her face, give it this deep contour slash bronze vibe. This is more of a contour. It's deep. We're going in with the Arcade by Kiss contour powder palette. Y'all, everything that I use in my kit mostly are affordable products. I try to use small businesses. I use Maybelline and a lot of drugstore products as well, but most of everything in my kit is affordable. Okay, it's affordable. Now I'm going in to start to build on her contour for her nose, okay? I'm not big on a nose contour. I know y'all get tired of me saying that. Like, your nose, I don't like for my client to look like somebody else, unless that's what they want. And if you come to me and you say, Ty, snatch my nose, I want it super skinny, I'm gonna do everything in my willpower to do that for you, but that's not my makeup style, okay? Some girls do that. I'm not one of those girls. I will give your nose a contour. I will bring it in a little, but I like for my girls to look like themselves, so I'm not like this snatch nose person. Now to bake her, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent honey powder, and I'm gonna bake all those highlighted areas. I've said this before, this is an amazing powder, loose powder. I recommend having it, all 3 shades. They stain the skin beautifully. They are goated for baking. I do not use loose powders to set. I like pressed powders to set my clients, but I have seen other makeup artists use this particular powder to set the face as well, and it comes out beautifully, okay? So if you're looking for some good powder, loose powder specifically to invest in, I need you to get this Laura Mercier. You will be pleasantly surprised. I love it. For her blush today, we're going in with the Juvia's Place blush palettes. we're using 2 of those palettes. The volume 1 is what I started with, and to blend that, like blend it out a little bit, I went in with the volume 2, and I used all 4 shades. I used both shades in the volume 1 and both shades in volume 2. And you can slowly see this look starting to come together. So this is the importance of technique, okay? Just taking the time, practice your technique, because that rhinestone eye looks crazy, but her face was everything. And I'm not saying it's just because it's me, but I'm gonna give myself praise where it's due. Her face was over, okay? So the eye didn't come out like I wanted it, but the face did. But I still wasn't all the way proud, because I know I could have done better. You know, we are our worst critics. But I didn't stop. I kept going. And I'm happy that I did. I've come a long way as an artist. I've grown so much. And I do have people ask me, you know, how are you doing it? If you've been following me for a while, you know how I started out my journey. You go back to my old makeup tutorials and you can see my work. I just stayed consistent. And no, I'm not making 6 figures yet. No, I'm not a multi-millionaire yet. But I'm well on my way. Amen. Amen. As you can see, I went in and I used my Real Techniques setting brush, and I diffused all of that loose powder into and off of the skin. Now, to bring her skin back down slightly, I am going in with my LA Girl Press powder in the shade Warm Caramel. This shade is a little deeper than her, okay? The reason why I use this shade opposed to her exact skin tone is because I wanted to build on that bronzing and that contour a little bit, and this press powder was gonna allow me to do that. Y'all already know what time it is with me. This is a holy grail product of mine, okay? I use this on every face, okay? The Lumi Bronze It Bronzer in the shade, I believe I use 02 on her. And it just gives the skin, you know, that touch glow. You know you've been touched, baby. I'm going in to set her face. I am using my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Okay. As you can see, off camera, I went in and I applied some smaller rhinestones to the perimeter of this heart, just to zhuzh it up a little bit, okay? We had to bring this thing in. We had to make it look like something, all right? Now I'm going in using that Nika K Frosted eyeliner in the pink shade to line her eyes. And to smudge out her waterline, I'm going back in with that Adore shade from the Profusion Cosmetics Kaleidoscope palette. And I take a flat liner brush and I'm simply just dragging that across her lower waterline to smudge out the eye and kind of complete that eye look. I'm going in with black mascara, and I'm simply just applying black mascara to her lower lashes to make them pop. Off camera, I went in with her lips, okay? I used the, hold on, y'all. I don't know what I used. For her lip color, you know I went in with Virgin, okay? For her liner, I want to say I went in with Trendsetter. I believe that's what I used to line her lips by Morphe. And for her lip gloss color, I went in with the Matte Lip Gloss by Morphe in the shade Virgin. Here I am applying some highlight glow to her face. using a highlighter brush by Moda, and that's one of my palettes that I got from one of my makeup conventions that I attended in San Antonio. Those highlights, I used all 3 colors to give her this highlight. And now I'm going over this lip color with the Kiss Colors Glam Shine in this pink shade. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not good with shade names and stuff like that. I don't keep these things in front of me when I go back and edit, but I'm gonna get better. I promise. That's one thing I'm gonna get better at this year, giving you guys proper shade names, okay? I got you. And I just use that to give the lip like a pink tint.
No, I see it. It's cute. Yeah, I can see it. It looks good.
So I don't need to do no Clyde reveal.
Look cute.
Also, Ty, you need to be here at the end of March.
For what?
My graduation.
Oh, okay.
I will bring my own lashes.
Okay. That helps me.
When I figure out exactly what day it is, I
Okay.
will tell you.
All right. Y'all, she get on my nerves. Look at her.
Okay.
Let's take some pictures.
Okay, cool.
This was the final look, okay? As you can see, one of the rhinestones was kind of falling off. I did go in and fix that, all right? But I didn't really see it while I was recording. I don't know why. But this was the final look. No shade, y'all. Outside of this Scoville looking heart, her face was beat. Her face was over, okay? So technique will carry you through. Keep going, keep growing. Do not stop. Be encouraged, okay? This is her final look. This is an exotic Valentine's Day glam. This is gonna close out my Valentine's Inspired Look series, okay? Thank you guys so much for rocking with me, for coming back, for you guys encourage me so much. I get a lot of DMs from people. I'm always here. Leave your comments, okay? I will respond to you, I promise. Make sure you head over to Instagram. Follow us at TouchedByTyHairCo on Instagram. Like our page on Facebook. We do have appointments open if you're in the DMV area. Hit your girl up and allow us to service you. This is the final look, angels. Thank you so much again for rocking with me. I am so happy that you came back. Oh my God, keep coming back, keep showing up. And until next time, Touched by Ty Hair Co. out. I love you guys. Bye.
This is what I get to do for a living. Isn't it unbelievable?
Fantastic.